What's up, everybody? SquallyBoots93 here, and today I want to try something new. So, I'm going to do a review on the Transformers Masterpiece 1 Optimus Prime. So this is the very first Masterpiece figure that was produced by Takara, Tomy, and Hasbro. And essentially, this is one of my favorite Transformer figures of all time. As you can tell by the paint chipping all over his legs and his chest. Right up there, you can really tell, where it goes into this, like, silver or gray. Also the fact that he can't support himself on one leg. But all of those issues are just because of the figure's age. It is an old figure, and it's been through a lot. Especially a kid that decides it's a great idea to throw it down the stairs every time he's playing with it. So, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that's all my fault. But the figure itself is really good. Going into Poseability, there's a ball joint at the head. He has a button back here on the head, right there. And pressing that button will allow you to make his mouth move. And that goes really well into one of his included accessories. That being this display stand. And it works fairly well as a display stand. It looks very nice. You get a nice mold of the Matrix of Leadership. And there's a button right here, and if you have batteries, 2 AA, in that door right there, it'll talk.
Autobots, transform and roll out. I want you to make a special run to Autobot City. Megatron must be stopped. All we need is a little Energon and a lot of luck.
And the next two sounds I'll show you later. Going back to Poseability, there's a butterfly joint at the arm. Arm moves out with a ratchet joint and moves back in. There's a swivel at the arm, which allows full 360 degree. There's a bicep swivel right here, which is pretty tight. 90 degree bend at the elbow. And then this panel right here, if you pull it out, there's a very nice sticker of Megatron. And on the other arm, the sticker is of Grimlock. So, there's a very nice keyboard thing in there. And moving on to the hand. There's a wrist swivel. Each of his fingers are sculpted in a curve and are each individually articulated, and his thumb is on a ball joint, and it's sculpted straight. He also has a very tight waist swivel, which has satisfying clicks. I don't know how well that was picked up on camera, but it's pretty nice, and my front skirt can move up, side skirt can move out, and back skirt can move out, which allows him to kick forward that far, back that far, and out that far. Very nice, tight, double bend at the knee, and ball joint at the heel. And finally, very tight toe bend. Now, using his Poseability to your advantage, you can get some very nice poses out of him, but his poses will be elevated up to 10 using his included accessories. You get his Ion Blaster, which is really nice sculpted blue. It's blue for some reason. In the original animated show, was always black, but nonetheless, it looks very nice. Now, putting it into his hand, it doesn't tab in, so essentially what you have to do is you just have to rest it there and hope his fingers will cover it, but it doesn't work out all that well, and it's very loose, because it doesn't tab in. Another accessory you get is his Energon Axe, and this only appeared in one episode, but has become an iconic weapon for Optimus Prime. It's sculpted in a very nice rubber orange, and to put it onto his fist, you have to transform it. So, how you do that is you have to put his fist in a complete clenching pose, come up back here, and using your disgusting fingernails, there's a little tab hole right there, which you want to pop that open. Doing so, you push this down, and the hand goes inside the arm. Then you can take the axe, and if the figure doesn't fall over, I can show you. You can tab it right into there. And he does have one more accessory that is very nice. Or, technically two. So, I'll go get that. The next accessory you get is this very nicely sculpted Megatron. Now, if the camera would focus, you can see all the little details, the grip, and everything. And you also get extra accessories for it, such as the silencer, which plugs right in, the scope, which tabs right in, and then the stock, which you just slide it down right onto there. And the gun can do that so that people with smaller hands, or robots with smaller hands, can hold it better. And in order to get it into his hand, all you have to do is open it up, pull it down, slide it in, and then wrap his thumb around. And it looks really good. It looks better than his own gun, and that's kind of depressing. But you even get all the details, the safety switch, the reload button. I'm not that good with guns. All I know is the safety switch. I also get a trigger, but, you know. Now for his final accessory. Just like in the movie, you can open up his chest, and there's a very nice sculpted interior, which you just pop up, and you get the Matrix of Leadership, which is inside. Now, getting it out while he's in robot mode is awfully difficult, so I'm just going to go off camera and get it out, and then I'll show you it in a second. Now, one thing I did forget to mention in Poseability is there's a switch right here, and what's supposed to happen is when you push it, there is a LED light that would light up the Matrix from inside, but that has short-circuited and no longer works. I've tried putting in new batteries, and it simply doesn't work. Nonetheless, closing this all up, here is the Matrix. Now this is very nicely sculpted, and unlike the other Matrixes I have seen in the Masterpiece figures, this one opens up, just like in the 1986 movie. All the other Masterpiece figures is one simple piece. And Optimus Prime can hold it in front of him if you do that, and then he can only use 2 of his fingers, which kind of sucks because it looks weird, but you can slide 2 of his fingers right into there. It's a little tight, but it's doable. And then you can open it. Okay, this hand is not cooperating for some reason, but you get the point. Now it's time for transformation. So, how you do it is we're going to start with the legs. So, there is this little thing. I'm just going to pull it up and rotate the entire foot. I'm going to push this down, and you're going to push that tab back down. And you're going to do the same thing for the other leg. Once you got that done, you're going to want to push the legs together, and I'm going to tab in, and then you're going to want to come to these fuel tanks, and you're going to push them down, and that will drop the legs. Now what you want to do is come to the arms, and then transform the hands as if you were going to put in the Energon Axe. So, just push it down. And again, same thing on the other side. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the waist around, open up his chest, pop the matrix chamber open, and push down on, and open this up, and you're going to push down on this, pull it out, push down on this, pull it out, and rotate them around. Now you're going to want to pull this whole assembly out, rotate the matrix chamber, and going to get it centered, push it down, and rotate the matrix chamber, fold these up, and that becomes the front end of the truck. You're going to want to take this and fold it up. I'm moving on to Optimus Head. You're going to want to fold these earpieces down, and coming back here, I'm going to pull this down, and you're going to push this entire head assembly underneath, and fold that back up. Finally, you're going to want to take the arms, fold them in to the chest, push them up, fold these tabs out, come up here, push those in, lock up the chest, and so here we have the truck mode. And one thing I did forget to do was I was going to do in the transformation sequence, I was going to bring back the display stand, because the last two voices are, I was going to do that, but I forgot, so oh well. There is suspension in the wheels, so it's a little bit easier to see on the other side, so give me a second. But you can see the little suspension, and then in the front, there is the suspension as well. And there is some windows designed there. Coming to the front, it is a little weird looking in the head because it like juts down like that and then goes in. It's not that easy to see because that's a better angle. Goes in, then it juts out and goes in again, comes down, juts out, goes down. So if this was a little longer, it would have made the truck mode look even better, but it looks fine as it is now. You do have the lights at the top, and some front lights right there and there. That matrix chamber becomes the hood of the truck, which I didn't know until quite recently that you were supposed to rotate this, but oh well. But that's going to be about it for this review. So, thank you everybody for watching. If you want to see more reviews like this in the future, leave a comment down below saying if you liked this video or not, and that you would like to see more. If you didn't, you can leave a comment saying that you don't like it, and you think I'm a worthless piece of trash. Either way is perfectly fine with me. Please engage with my video.